Maui fix. Something a little bit different today though. I was requested to come up here to check out the views around sunset for a client, so I did that. And I thought to myself, you know what, this is the perfect place to show off Maui land for sale. And in case you haven't noticed, recently things are heating up in the Maui land market. So if you're in the market, you definitely want to move sooner than later if you can. And keep this place in mind, Mahana Estates, man. Check Mahana. Whoop, hang on a second. Whoop. There we go. Look at the views from this beautiful neighborhood. I think it's 125 acres. And each lot is at least an acre. The lowest priced lot on the market today is $750,000, which is a fantastic value for the Kapalua market, considering the views. I mean, look at this. What you've got in front of you is the beautiful island of Molokai. The sun just set. Obviously, I was focusing my efforts on getting those sunset shots for my client, but I wanted to show this neighborhood to you guys because it's pretty unique. A lot of people haven't been up here before, and I don't know if you can find better views. And the cool thing about it is it's this theater style seating. So the whole thing has just been meticulously created so that every single home site, as you can see, just kind of tears down. So everybody gets this beautiful view. There's just really this one main street, if you will, a couple small kind cul-de-sacs. So it's a real simple community, 100% gated. I'm located right next to the plantation. So the plantation golf course is that way to my north, and some of these lots actually have views of Honolulu Bay, which is nuts. And of course down there we've got the Ritz-Carlton. So just to give you a sense of where I'm at, right down there is Dragon's Teeth. I don't know if you can see that right there, that point. So Mahana Estates, new development up here in Kapalua. I just learned that my favorite lot is just going under contract, which is at the very top of the property, lots 50 and 51. There's, I think, 3 other lots available right now in this neighborhood, but I have a feeling it's going to be sold out here pretty quick. So the beautiful thing is if you're thinking about moving to Maui, building something is a wonderful opportunity, I think, to have instant equity, assuming that you find yourself a builder that's not going to, try to overcharge you, tell you one number, then, you find out a few months later it's going to be something different. I've got good referrals to builders if you're looking for some, but that's the key, having one that you can work with that is going to take good care of you and is going to be honest and not going to, bait and switch you in any way, shape, or form. All right, guys, sorry about that. I think we had a small blip in the 4G, 5G radar. And the one thing I want you to really notice, other than me talking, there's like not a sound up here. It is 100% quiet. And the cool thing I love about this neighborhood is that it's protected on 2 sides. There's basically these really deep ravines on both sides that create some natural wind protection. Because as you know, there's certain spots, especially in plantation, that can get just a touch windy. But I really feel like this has got some amazing windbreak on both sides. We like the trade winds, don't get me wrong, but there are certain spots where it can be a little too trade windy, if you will, too breezy. You want to make sure you have that perfect combination of not too much and not enough. As you can see, now I'm kind of going into the wind now. We've got a little drama left over here in the sun, as you can tell, from the sunset and the clouds. And now I'm just flying up this hill right now on the one wheel. So kind of a cool way to tour the neighborhood. Of course, if you ever come tour with me in person, I promise we won't do it on a one wheel. We'll be in a climate controlled vehicle. I was going to go surf tonight, but of course duty called and I wanted to make sure I got up here and got these sunset shots. So a land surf on the old one wheel is sort of your next best option. But thumbs up or a comment in the section if you've ever heard of Mahana Estates up here in Kapalua. If this is a complete like, what? I had no idea that there's this giant neighborhood located right next to the plantation. If you just tuned in, this is Eric West on Maui, real estate professional with the Maui Daily Fixation, showing off a beautiful opportunity to buy vacant land here on Maui and then build your dream home. I also, in case you missed it possibly, I have what I think is like the most smoking deal on an oceanfront property, 10 acres for $499 in Nihiku, right next to George Harrison. You know George Harrison from the Beatles? Right next to his estate. It is oceanfront, it is gorgeous, and it is one of the best deals. The retail value of that thing is like $1 million. The owner's put $1 million into it, just wants to get rid of it. There's a small kind of encroachment issue which I think can easily be resolved after closing. That's the reason. Obviously he doesn't want to deal with it. He's kind of over it already. But anyway, if you're interested, let me know. I'd love to share with you more about that. Just hit the market a couple days ago. But where else are you going to find 10 acres on the water, completely private, huge views, no ocean access, just to be fair. It is a cliff, a very steep cliff, but still. He got the whole thing cleared a number of years ago. There's a 40-foot easement that goes all the way to the property. Gravel road was installed. I mean, he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars getting this parcel cleared. So anyway, just wanted to mention that. I kind of got vacant land on the brain today for some reason. I don't know why. As inventory starts to shrink here on Maui, sometimes you have to look at all of your options. And of course, when you build, you get exactly what you want. The process here takes 18 to 24 months. If you haven't acquired the land yet, it takes about 4 to 8 months to come out of permitting with the county. So you got to kind of factor that in. And then your builder is going to take anywhere from, 8 to 14 months building it. So 18 to 24 months is about the time frame if you haven't acquired the land. Of course, if you've acquired the land and you have the permits and everything like that, you can get her done in about a year. But as you can see, this neighborhood is completely ready to rock. All of the infrastructure is in place. 2 homes have been built here already. One has sold, the other one's under contract. They're at the very entrance of the property, if you will. And I thought it'd be kind of fun just to feel that nice Kapalua evening rain sprinkle that you get here. It's a much more temperate climate up here in Kapalua, so you won't get overly heated like you would maybe in Laniapoko or Lahaina. Ka'anapali is about where the trade winds start to kick in and things start to cool off a notch, but definitely Kapalua is your, you're not gonna get hot in Kapalua. Maybe a few weeks out of the summer you might turn that AC on, but other than that, man, it's nice. And the trade winds are always keeping you cool. And of course you have access to the Kapalua Club, which is only for Kapalua real estate owners, about 15 grand entry fee. And then guess what, guys? You probably don't know this either, well maybe you do. There's this thing called the Kapalua Club. And that Kapalua Club gives you access to the beach pool, if you will, the beach club down at the Montage. So you can't beat that. So you live in Kapalua, man, you're hanging out at the Montage at the infinity pool, and it's all included. And then of course they've got the best spa, in my opinion, and the best gym on Maui. Right there, the spa at the Montage. So I didn't realize it, but a little rain on the road down here. Got to be careful with the one wheel. It doesn't like moisture too much. And I'm going down pretty decent grade, but not too bad. Just gotta always be careful. Careful. Now over here you can see the plantation course right there. Check it out. See that? One of the most challenging courses. I've heard it's the best course in all of Hawaii. And you're going to notice down here a construction project, a home that's going up already. Not sure if it's a spec home or if it's a custom. And the nice thing about this area is that the sun sets a little bit over that direction. It'll move towards Molokai obviously later in the year, but not having that direct sunset in your grill sometimes creates a little bit, again, cooler environment in the home, and you can kind of enjoy the glow of the sunset without the immense radiation blowing up your windows and your furniture and your paint and all that kind of good stuff. If you've ever seen homes that have been exposed to the sun all the time, the exteriors really take a beating. There's almost nothing that can protect you against that Lahaina Maui sun. It just literally. So some of the advantages, obviously up here you get a little bit more rain, but you know, we're not talking Seattle rain here. We're not talking Hana rain. We're not talking like Hilo rain. We're just talking like a nice little afternoon splash. Nice little evening. Notice how green it is right here. See that? If we were in Kapalua right now, that would be desert. You would see a little poof of dust right there, and it would all be irrigation. You know, now don't get me wrong, they do some irrigation here, but I'm not saying that they don't, because sometimes when they put in new palm trees like this, they'll irrigate them to help them live. But generally speaking, they're mowing grass here every single, you know, quarter, because otherwise you've got this massive cane field full of grass. And that's because you don't get enough rain up here where you're not having to, you know, punch in that huge water bill every single month to keep your landscaping alive. So there's a reason why they put the premier resort of West Maui up here in Kapalua, I do believe, because it is the crown jewel, if you will. But can you believe it? I'm still going, right? We literally haven't finished up this neighborhood tour. We're not even close. So I want to show you this lot real quick, because this one is still currently on the market. Matter of fact, believe it or not, it is a smoking bargain at $750. Cannot believe it's not under contract. Matter of fact, I believe it will be very soon. But let me show you the views from up here, and you're going to trip out. And it's got this beautiful plateau. So all of this has been, you know, perfectly designed and engineered, professionally, you know, bulldozed, I guess you would call it, to create these beautiful building sites. But look at this thing. This is really cool. And to think this is the lowest priced lot right now, it's like, you gotta be kidding me. If this was in the plantation, it'd be $2 million all day long with this kind of view. Is the picture fuzzy for everyone else? Huh, picture's fuzzy, huh? Shoots. Man, hang on a second. Maybe it's the, could it be the lens? I don't know. It could just be the internet. The internet up in Kapalua sometimes can be a little challenging, although I had 4 bars when I started the live. Steve, just you. So look at this, man. Isn't this cool? Look at this view right here, man. So this is about, can you imagine your infinity pool is right about here? And you can literally see the waves breaking right now at Honolulu Bay. Look at this. That's Honolulu Bay. Best wave in the world, they say. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? So this is literally like 180. Like, it's nuts. It goes from there. Ready? Hang on. Still going. Still going. Look at that. That's a nice view, guys. That is a nice view. And then over here you can see some of the big old Mac Daddy monsters over at the plantation. All looking out over the golf course. Those are some of the nicest homes you'll ever step foot in. So you've got some pretty good neighbors. I always tell people, man, if you're going to buy some real estate, you know, buy the cheapest house in the nicest neighborhood. And this is probably about the lowest price lot, I would say, in this whole area. So yeah, you're looking right there at the beautiful Ritz-Carlton. And that view right there will never change. Sure, there could be this is, I believe, some open space right here. That'll never have a home on it, but there could be some homes over here to your right. But this ocean view, I don't think will ever change. So obviously that's a big component of when you buy land. Is what your view corridor going to look like? Is it protected? And what's the max roof height? All that kind of good stuff. So anyway, guys, I thought you'd enjoy a quick little shot here. Mahana Estates here in beautiful Kapalua, Maui, Hawaii. If you found it enjoyable, I'd love a thumbs up, a share, subscribe. Super nice. Thanks, Jeremy. Aloha. And as always, I will do my best to put the link in the description so you can just click right through and see everything that's on the market. So whether you're watching this video live right now, make sure the hurley is straight. Oh, my sticker's coming off. Oh, there it is. And I will always put the links in the description. Right now there's always links for COVID and how to get here and stick the Q-tip up your nose, spit in a cup. come here, visit if you can, shop for real estate with me if you're looking. If not, hey man, maybe someday. I will always point you in the right direction, whether you're looking on Maui, Hawaii, the Big Island, of course that's Hawaii, Oahu, Kauai. Is it true that if you have Hawaiian blood that the state will give you enough land? Not even. There's some land known as Hawaiian homeland that if you have 50% Hawaiian blood, that you can purchase it. If you don't have 50%, this sticker's bugging me, and off it goes. Then you can't buy it. But the weird thing about it is, you know, they don't give them fee simple. It's a leasehold. I know, so they can build their house on it, but they don't own the land. You think they'd give the Hawaiian people their land, but no, it's actually leasehold. So, but that is true. It's about half the price. So sometimes if you see a listing for a home and it seems like it's half the price, could be Hawaiian homelands. Is the land you just showed us fee simple? Yes, it is. I know that your live streams are loved. Never stop them. See you soon, my friend. Aloha, Jay. Thank you. I'm not going to stop the lives, guys. This is too much fun. I get to hang out with all of you. You guys come here on vacation. You throw me shakas. And we hang out sometimes, have a couple, you know, do some ono grinds, have some drinks, they'll clink on the beach. It's a great way to make friends, I've discovered. This is like the ultimate way to make friends. It really is. Mahalo. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. What else I was going to say? Oh, yeah. MauiFoodBank.org. You know I'm never going to stop beating the drum. Boom, boom, boom. And thank you, Century Tournament of Champions. You guys are champions in my eyes because you gave $250 grand to the MauiFoodBank.org. Man, I will never forget that because that is cool. That is really cool. So thank you so much. And if you guys haven't watched the Maui Food Line video, please do so because we're raising awareness for the fact that people need food here. They need food because the economy. Guys, sorry, I got a phone call. My son Hunter called me. He loves doing that. I think he does it on purpose, kind of subconsciously. But I tell him, like, Hunter, buddy, you can't call me like between, 5 and 6-ish because I'm doing my lives. He wants to go dirt biking, he wants to go surf, he wants to go jump in hot tubs, he wants to go eat food and ice cream. He's like, Dad, let's go. And he calls me and it stops the live stream. You little bugger, you got me again. All right, please never leave Maui if we need you. I will never leave Maui. Did you say 180K for that lot? Not even. 750 grand. 180? Wow, it'd be like a line of people like down the street. No, 750K. But that's a smoking deal for this thing, let me tell you. So, as I was saying, please watch the Maui Food Line video if you can. Donate if you can. If you can't even give $5, that's cool. Share the video on your IG and your FB if you don't mind, because then other people watch it and go, wow, look at that. Let's just hope they don't censor the video, right? Who knows? Hopefully it's like politically neutral enough that nobody will be like, canceled, canceled. What's happening in our country right now is a travesty, by the way. I don't care what side, if you're on the left or the right, doesn't even matter. Freedom of speech is a bedrock of our country. And anyone that takes away freedom of speech they need to be canceled because that is wrong. Period. It's a foundational value of our country and it is wrong, and I hope you will take a stand and let your senators know, your House of Representatives know, and whoever represents you in our democracy, let them know that that should never, ever, ever happen in our country. The moment that happens, we're all in trouble. So shame on you, Twitter, shame on you, Facebook, and thank you, YouTube, because you guys are still rolling with stuff, man. I'm seeing stuff on YouTube, so love you guys. Like, don't take me down. Anyway. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Aloha from the beautiful island of Maui. And I shall return tomorrow. I don't know when, I don't know why or where or what, or maybe I won't. I could be like showing houses or writing a contract, or I could be like on like a big wave somewhere. If I am, I'll miss you guys. So thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Aloha. Don't forget to shaka the video, thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, and watch the Maui Food Line video. And thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Until next time, aloha.